Hi, welcome to Julie Moves. For today's yoga practice, we're going to be working on our transitions with our feet, moving and creating more intentionality in our practice and maybe in our lives. So for this practice, you will just need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can always use a pillow or something that you could use as a little soft obstacle, and 2 blocks or some books or something that you can use to elevate your hands. So take your time to grab those props. If you'd like to play some music on, you can get that set, and let's get started. To begin, I'd like to invite you to start in a comfortable grounded seat. You can be in hero pose like this, you can sit cross-legged, just finding a space where we feel grounded through our hips and open and centered through our spine and our thighs. Allowing your fingertips to rest down onto the earth, either side of your hips. As you take your next breath in, reach the arms straight up to the sky, nice and wide. And then press the palms down and exhale slowly. Twice more. Inhale, arms open wide up to the sky. Exhale, pressing the palms down. Feeling the sense of grounding, of centering into the space. Once more. Inhale. And exhale, lower the palms down. Bring your palms together at your heart space in Anjali Mudra. Allow your eyes to soften and close. And I invite you to join me or even just listen as we chant 3 times of the mantra Om. A-U-M are the sounds. And this sound is just a way of clearing the throat, of grounding you, and of unifying us together. The first we'll do nice and loud for your space to hear. The second a little quieter for your body to hear. And the third almost a silent whisper just for your mind. Take a clearing breath to prepare. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale for Oms. Beautiful. Gently rubbing the palms together, creating some heat. And then with the heated palms, place them over your eyes. Enjoying this moment to yoga, to unify you and you. Very slowly dripping the palms down your face, back to your heart. And you may gently blink open the eyes. Welcome. Let us begin. Starting off by bringing your hands again down by your side. Stay seated as you are. On your next breath in, reach the arms wide up to the sky. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, reach the arms wide up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, arms wide to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Twice more, arms up. Cactus, exhale. One more. Starting to feel into your breath. Keep the elbows bent, open the chest further, breath in. Exhale, round the spine, forearms touch. Feeling all through your shoulders, through your spine, chest, breath. Exhale, round. Once more, inhale, open. And exhale, round. Lifting back up again, breath in. Exhale, lower the hands all the way down. If you are seated on a prop like I am, just move it to one side. And let's come onto all fours. Blocks can be at the very front of your mat. We'll use them fairly soon. Take a deep breath in and working through your cow pose, opening a little further. Exhale, dome and round through the spine. Chin comes towards your chest. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, dome and round. Once more, finding the stretch through your back. Exhale, dome and round. Turning your fingers to face the outside corners of the mat or outside edges of the mat and start to rock a little side to side, creating a little bit of stretch and opening through your wrist joints. We're spending a little bit of time through our palms. We want to make sure that they're feeling warmed up. And then flipping the palms to face towards the sky. You can sit back to your heels to make it gentler or bring your weight further forward to make it a little more spicy. Splaying your fingers down on your breath in. Exhale, curl your fingers into a fist. Nice tight balls. Twice more. Splay, breath in. And curl into a tight ball. Once more. Splay, breath in. Exhale, curl and tighten. Tuck your 10 toes under and sitting back up towards your heels. It does feel a little spicy to tuck your toes. But let's see if we can distract you with the wrist rolling out. So taking little wrist rolls in either direction as we warm up a little bit into our toes. Nice. Bring your hands interlaced and bring them behind your head. Breathe, opening the chest on your next breath in. Exhale, draw your chin to chest and lightly hugging in. Just finding the stretch in the back and the neck. Beautiful. Lifting up, breath in. Then lower the hands down underneath your chin, palms, elbows in, and then start to tilt your head back as you expand through the throat. Good. Coming back in. And let's come off our feet. You can give your feet a little bit of a paddle, a little bit of a beating. Nice. So shimmying your way forward onto a low plank. Finding the strength through your arms, tightening through your arms, belly pulled up and in. Exhale, lower all the way down, one part at a time onto your belly. Hands stay beside your lower rib cage, coming into our rolling cobras. Rolling the shoulders back, elbows point to the sky. We wave the spine up, breath in. And wave the spine down, breath out. Feeling the strength through your arms, waving up, inhale. And exhale, waving back down. Once more, waving up. Pushing through your hands, lifting up into child's pose. Knees wide, toes connect, and lower your third eye down to the mat. Elongating a little more through your spine. Stretching your fingers out nice and long. Take another full breath in here. And a full breath out. Shifting your weight forward onto all fours and grabbing your blocks. Placing your blocks beneath your palms. And the blocks are going to be a handy tool to elevate the floor towards you, creating a little bit more space. Take a deep breath in and open through the chest, cow pose, tucking your toes under. Exhale, dome and round the spine and hover your knees off the ground. Feel this sense of lift through the torso. Lower the knees down, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, knee hover, pressing down through the palms, find that height. Once more, lowering down, breath in. Exhale, pressing up all the way into downward facing dog. You can take a little pedal through your heels. With the blocks being there, you might be able to get your heels to perhaps touch the ground, lengthening through your spine, drawing your tailbone back in space, shoulders roll back and down. You might like to take little shakes of the head, yes and no, little sways of the hips side to side. And then bringing yourself into a place of stillness, finding this length through the body. Let us take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Softly bending the knees, look into your hands and walking to the front of the mat, heel toe as best as you can. Heel toe to the front of the mat. When we move through heel toe, there's a little bit more intentionality, a little bit more purpose. Finding a nice deep fold, hands come onto the blocks beside your feet. Half lift, lengthen the spine, come light on your fingertips or maybe hands to shin bones. Tighten your thighs, crown of the head forward. Soften the knees and fold. Exhale over your thighs. Reach the arms straight up to the sky on your next breath in. Hands touch up to the ceiling. Find the opening of your chest, the hips, the heart. And bring your hands down into your heart space. Beautiful. Coming into a little bit of a flow. Focus on the transitions of your feet. Reach the arms to the sky. Inhale. Soften and fold over your thighs. Exhale. Half lift, find lengthen in your spine. Tighten your knees, crown the head forward. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Big purposeful step. Lower the back knee down to the earth. Knee seeks to be in line with your ankle. Arms can stay grounded or sweep the arms to the sky. Low crescent lunge, Vinyasa. Thumbs point back in space, dragging your left inner knee forward. Chest is proud. Pressing the palms down onto the blocks, lift the back knee. Now see how silently you can lift the left foot and step it back into plank pose. That's it. Now knees can lower down onto the earth and taking what's called a vinyasa, lowering just a third in our chaturanga, bending the elbows. Can you press the arms towards straight and push the hips forward? Chest is proud. Tucking your toes, downward facing dog, lifting the hips high and back. Feel the grounding through your palms, through your heels, sending your tailbone as far up and back as you can, elongating your spine. Float your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog, tightening behind both knees. Right toes point down. Now big step between your hands, tucking your right knee in. See if you can step heel toe. Helps to lift the hips high to create space to step forward. If you need to use your hands, you can use it to adjust your foot. Lower the back left knee down onto the ground. Arms maybe stay low in a low lunge or Anjaneyasana, arms sweep up to the sky. Thumbs point back in space, chest is proud. Full breath in and out. Lowering the palms back down onto the blocks. Tuck your left toes under, lift the back knee. Little rock forward and back. And then step your left foot forward to the front of the mat, heel toe. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms to the sky, inhale, palms touch. Hands come to heart space, breath out. Second side, arms to the sky. Inhale, stretch the spine out long. Fold, exhale. Half lift, breath in. Left leg steps long and back to the back of the mat. Lower the back left knee down. Right knee in line with your ankle. Sweep the arms up to the sky, low crescent. Thumbs point back, breath in. Plant the palms down, tuck your left toes under, lift the back knee. See if you can hover the right foot off the ground silently and step it back to plank pose. Lower the knees down onto the earth, low plank, breath in. And lower a third, bending the elbows just slightly, chaturanga. Press the arms straight, push the hips forward, finding your up dog. Maybe you hover your thighs off the ground. Find a little wag of your hips, collarbones broaden. Pressing down through the palms, over the toes to downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Full breath out. Sweep your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Tighten behind both knees. Turn the left toes down here. Then tuck your left knee tightly to your chest and seek to step forward, heel toe, front of the mat. Runner's lunge. Lower the back knee down to the earth. Well done. Sweep the arms up to the sky, low crescent lunge. Thumbs point back in space. Take another full breath in. Lower the palms down. Tuck your right toes under. Step the right foot forward and fold, heel toe. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms reach up to the sky, inhale. Palms to heart space, exhale. Now taking sun salutation this time, or Surya Namaskar A. Arms reach to the sky, breath in. Fold, breath out, folding over your legs. Half lift, breath in. Lower the palms down onto the block, step back right foot, then lift and step back left foot. Now, knees or toes, lower chaturanga, bending the elbows in. Press the arms towards straight cobra or up dog. Good, downward facing dog, exhale. Nice, inhale, softly bend the knees, look towards your hands, and heel toe, right foot forward, then left. Forward fold. With control. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms to sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Lead with the left leg this time. Arms up, breath in. Fold, breath out. Half lift, breath in. Lower palms down. Step your left foot back. Then lift your right leg up and step back silently. Knees or toes, taking your Vinyasa, chaturanga. Pressing through to cobra, up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Feel the heat building. Soften your knees, look to your hands. Walk heel toe, left foot forward, then right foot forward. Whew. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms to sky, reaching up to ceiling. Hands come to heart space, breath out. Beautiful. Now we're going to have a little explore jumping through this. So we're going to create a little obstacle, grabbing your bolster or your soft cushiony prop and bring it along the mat. Nice. To begin, let us come into a downward facing dog. So hands come onto the blocks and stepping back into a downward facing dog. The further back your bolster is, the kinder this will feel. The further forward, the spicier this will feel, okay? From here, we're going to play jumping forwards over the bolster, I know, and jumping back. Maybe landing heel toe to the front. So take a soft bend in the knees and explore jumping up and over the bolster one way and jumping up and over the other way. See if you can clear the bolster or your prop. Twice more, jumping up and over and jumping up and back. Once more, jumping up and over and jumping up and back. Nice, jumping up and over to the front of the mat. And fold over your thighs. Well done. Reaching the arms all the way up to the ceiling, breath in. And bring your hands to your heart space. Now bolster's going to stay. Let's come into a new flow. Grounding down through your right leg, find a focal point for you to gaze on, and left knee comes into your chest stork pose. Tightening through your right knee, pushing down your right big toe. Take another full breath in. Then step the left leg long to the back of the mat, runner's lunge. Standing with intentionality, hands come down onto the blocks. Seeking to make as minimal steps or movements as you come into these transitions. Moving with intention. Grounding down through your palms, sweep the arms to the sky. High crescent lunge this time. Lengthening through the arms and see if you can tighten your left back knee, drawing your right inner knee forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms beside your hips, coming into arrowhead, shifting the weight all the way onto your right leg. Twice more. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, shift to arrowhead. See if you can lift the left foot off just a little. Lowering back down, finding your high crescent. Exhale, sweep again to arrowhead or maybe flying warrior, lifting the left leg all the way up, pinky fingers to the sky. Another full breath in. Exhale, lower the left toes down, sweep the arms to the sky. Now with precision, lower your left heel down and open the arms, warrior two. So your left foot is facing the side of the mat, your right toes are facing the front of the mat. Arms spread wide. Beautiful. Reverse your warrior, flip the right palm, reverse breath in. Exhale, bring your right hand onto a block and place your block on its highest height. Good, keep it there. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Exhale, right hand again onto the block, walk it forward and hover over to the right, finding a half moon. Carefully bring it back and plant the left foot, reverse. Exhale, reach for the block, walk it out in front and float your left leg off the ground. Flexing the left toes, opening the chest. Focus mainly on our transition. Can we carefully lower left foot back down, move the block where it was and open back into warrior two. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down to frame your blocks. Lovely. Step your left foot forward to the front of the mat. You're not out of the woods yet. Half lift, breath in. Lower the palms down, walk or jump over the bolster to the back of the mat. Nice. Taking your chaturanga, shin bones might touch the bolster, that's okay. Pressing through to cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Nice. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Soften the knees, look to your hands and seek to jump to the front of the mat, heel toe, all the way to the front of the mat and fold. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms to sky, inhale. Hands come to heart space, exhale. Second side, shift your weight to your left foot. Right knee comes to stork pose. Tightening through your left knee, pressing down through your left big toe. Take another full breath in. Then slowly kick the right leg to the back of the mat, lowering to runner's lunge, landing with control all the way down. Keep the legs as they are. Sweep the arms to the sky. High crescent lunge. Thumbs point back in space. Tighten your right knee. Draw your left inner knee further forward. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, sweep the arms next to your hips. Arrowhead. Shift your weight to your left leg. Shifting back, high crescent, breath in. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Maybe hover the right foot off just a little. Back to high crescent, landing with control, breath in. Exhale, shift forward, maybe into flying warrior, lifting the right thigh all the way up. Lowering down with control, high crescent, breath in. Lower the right heel down, warrior two. See how precise, how smooth you can make these movements as we move with intentionality. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, right hand back of thigh, left up, breath in. Exhale, coming into our extended warrior, right hand on hip, left hand picks up your left block and places it just down in front of your toes. Reverse warrior, breath in. Exhale, reach for your block, walk it further forward and float your right foot off the ground just for a moment. Rebend your left knee, landing down with control. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Exhale, finding our full half moon. Reaching forward for the block, float the right leg. Flexing the right toes to face the right side. Opening your chest and your heart to the right. Reverse your warrior, breath in, block comes down. Exhale, windmill the hands up and over to runner's lunge. Lift the lift the right foot and step it forward to the front of the mat. Half lift, breath in. Taking your vinyasa, plant the palms down, walk or jump over your bolster to the back of the mat, plank. Taking your chaturanga, pressing through to up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Stay for a full breath in and a full breath out. Softly bending the knees, looking to your hands and see if you can jump heel toe front of the mat and fold. Nice. Remove your blocks out to the side in your fold and remove your bolster or your pillow prop out to the side and fold. Mat is clear. Half lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Coming once more time into this flow, this time no props, no repeats. Shifting your weight to your right leg, left leg lifts to stork pose. Tighten through your right knee, take a full breath in. Then through control, kick and extend your left leg back, soften the right knee, landing in runner's lunge. Nice. Grounding your feet, arms to the sky, high crescent lunge, breath in. Shifting through to flying warrior, fingers reach back, coming through arrowhead, start to lift the left thigh off. Chest is proud and open. Rebend into your right knee, lower the left toes down, high crescent lunge, inhale. Lower left heel down, warrior two, exhale. Reverse your warrior, flip the right palm, open the chest, inhale. Right hand can find a block or fingertips reach long on the ground, sweeping your left leg maybe off the earth, finding your half moon, hand to hip or to the sky. Carefully lower with control, bending the right knee as you land. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Windmill the hands down to runner's lunge, breath out. This time, pick up your right front foot and step it back with control. Take your vinyasa, lowering chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in your down dog. Feels a little different down here. Soften your knees on your next breath in and imagine the bolster or prop is there and jump up and over, heel toe as best as you can to the front of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Arms reaching up to the sky, breath in. Hands to heart, breath out. Second side, shifting your weight to your left leg, float your right knee into stork pose. Tighten behind your left knee, pressing down left big toe, deep breath in. Landing with control to runner's lunge. Kick your right thigh back, bending deeply into your left, and land the fingertips down on the mat. Land with control. High crescent lunge, arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, flow through arrowhead to flying warrior. Shifting your weight to your left as you lift the right thigh up. Pinky fingers face back in space. Carefully lower with control, rebend the left knee, arms sweep up to the sky, high crescent. Lower right heel, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Half moon, left fingertips onto the block or reaching long on the ground as you float the right leg off the ground. Maybe your right hand lifts to the sky, flexing the right toes. Rebending your left knee, landing with control. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down, runner's lunge. Picking up your left foot nice and high, stepping back, plank pose. Final vinyasa of our practice, lowering chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. And then lower the knees down onto the earth. Knees and ankles together this time. Coming into a narrow child's pose. Third eye might come down to the earth as your arms sweep back beside your ankles. Just taking this moment to pause. To slow down the rhythm of your breath. To slow down the fluctuations of your mind. There was a quote that I heard recently, which is to say, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And there will be patterns of behavior that show up that replicate and ripple through all facets of your life. So when we take this time to work on the precision of our transitions, it helps us to think a little bit more deeply, a little bit more fully, and intentionally into what we're doing in life. Slowly, when you're ready, bringing your palms down beside you and sitting your body upright. Hello, Billy. Coming down onto your hips, swivel your heels one way or cross your ankles to come into a seat. And let's bring our legs into butterfly, soles of the feet touch and knees open wide. Trying to turn the inner thighs up to the sky, calves to the sky, even soles of the feet to the sky. You have props that you can always place beneath your hips to elevate your pelvis. Otherwise, either sitting nice and tall or perhaps bowing deeply over your legs. Elbows can press against your thighs to deepen. The closer your heels are to your groin, the more intense this might feel. And the further away, the gentler this will feel. Oh, Billy giving lots of kisses. Thanks, Billy. Thanks, Billy. Take another full breath in here. And a full breath out. Carefully sitting up nice and tall, bringing the knees towards one another. Hands come by your side and taking gentle windscreen wipe side to side. Letting your knees and your hips rock side to side, smoothing out through our pelvic bowl. Nice, and let's meet all laying down on our backs. You can grab one of your blocks or even your bolster if you wish. We're going to come into a supported bridge. So once you're on your back, place a block or bolster underneath your hips if it's a block lowest setting or medium setting at the most. I'm just creating a light bit of space through the front of our hips. focusing on deepening your breaths in and deepening your breaths out. And with your hips on the bolster, let's come into a variant of shoulder stand, nice and simple. Let us tuck our knees tightly into our chest, floating the legs off the ground, and then extend your legs up to the ceiling. Ankles can be soft and floppy, knees super relaxed. And just allow yourself to feel the legs drift and float. There are times that we need control and precision in our lives, a framework of discipline, and then there are times that we can just simply enjoy being, of freely flowing. Take another full breath in and out. And then very slowly bending the knees once more into your chest, planting the feet down onto the earth one at a time, and then removing your prop that you have used and letting your hips rest down onto the earth. You might like to take another little recline windscreen wipe, or perhaps you are satisfied to come into a place of stillness. Perhaps you're coming into traditional corpse pose, thighs extended, arms extended. Belly, that's it now. Enjoying this moment to integrate. Take another 4 deep breaths here. And when you're ready, let us slowly reawaken, perhaps stretching the arms up overhead. And then drawing your knees into your chest. Option to roll to one side or slowly rock yourself up into a grounded seat. As we bring our practice to a close, let us again bring our palms or fingertips down by our sides and reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the palms in towards your heart space and bow your third eye down to that of Mother Earth. Thank you for sharing your practice. I hope this sets you up for a beautiful rest of your day or evening. See you next time.